here we are again. Destiny 2 Talks Part 9. It's been a while, that's for sure. There's a lot that's happened in-game, out-of-game, the past year that I think needs to be addressed in the video. And this time it's going to be just me. I'm not sure how long this video will be, or if I'm going to make multiple parts, more parts, with other people. I don't know. But in the grand scheme of things, there's a lot to talk about. And I'm going to try to pace myself somewhat during this video. Probably going to have some timestamps on screen or in the description if you want to skip around to the more juicier parts or skip unimportant parts. That's for you to decide, but there really is a lot, because since part 8, that was over a year ago now. This was before Shadowkeep. Quite a bit, and the actual recording themselves came from around July, so this was truly quite a long time ago, about a year, a few months. And we were last talking about me and JP. We were last talking about the raids and how great they were, and this was, we were waiting for Garden to come out, GoS, and since then obviously I've done quite a few raids in GoS, and a whole pretty much year 3 of Destiny happened. And there's a lot's happened, so pretty much just gotta figure out where to start and what exactly, how much in detail I want to go into. But in theory, I just want to kind of go over what's really changed in the game and how the game has progressed over year 3, plus a lot of, I guess, my own insight on a lot of issues and matters that had occurred within Destiny, Clan, stuff like that. So I'm gonna be addressing a lot here in this video, and it's up to you. I'm not gonna go into too many deep details, but I am gonna talk about some things. That's right. But yeah, so if you're ready to buckle in and strap on in, it's gonna be a long one. There's a lot to talk about, so hope you enjoy the ride. Alright, so I think it's probably a good place to start off with the state of the game, and basically just focus on the game and everything that we know and everything that we know in the future that's coming up. There's a lot of news, a lot of big news that has happened with Destiny and the current state of Destiny, how it's changed over the whole course of year 3, essentially. Because comparing to my last video with JP, when we were talking about pretty much everything that was happening in Season of Opulence, back in Season 7, I believe that was, there's been quite a few changes. Quite a few changes in the base game, and so much to talk about, so much to really talk about. This is my my third recording, because I always ramble way too much about certain things. I could obviously just talk hours and hours and hours about Destiny, but I'm going to try to stick to the core basics just for this video. As of right now, of this recording, it is middle of October, about October 15th, 16th, and currently, as you can tell, Fest of the Lost is going on right now in Destiny 2. Destiny 2's Halloween event this one's going to last for about a month-ish, so just before the next season comes out. It's always great. I always love this event. Love everything about it. Love the cosmetic, love the look, and honestly, I really love Halloween events in games. I think the in-game events for Halloween are always my favorite in terms of just, I guess cosmetic-wise and the feel of it. So I'm always pretty excited when Halloween comes around for any kind of game. And this is definitely no exception. I love it. Love the armor. Love every stuff. I think it's a fun activity with the Infinite Forest and everything surrounding that. But yeah, so It is pretty much the same as last year and previous years, but I still enjoy it. I still find it pretty fun and challenging to go for them high score branches. But we're not going to talk too much about that. There's my Aldrin mask. But yeah, so the current state of Destiny. We are currently under a month to the new season. Just about, yeah, 24 days, so less than a month entirely. Getting very, very close. Brand new season, brand new DLC, big changes, which I'll go over in a little bit here. But yeah, the game of Destiny has changed quite a bit in this last year, even since the last video, which was, I think it was around July of last year. We had armor changes, we've had the new raid, we've had new experiences with the artifact and season passes. Yeah, again, the new raid, the seasonal events that they added, and the weapons and everything that's come along with those. So we'll briefly go over just a little bit of everything. But yeah, as of right now, as of today, as of this time period, Destiny is truly in its best state of game. I believe that it's the best that Destiny 2 has ever been in right now. There's so much content to do. So much. There's so much to do. So much to do. There's so many exotic quests. There's so many missions, triumphs, activities to get pinnacle drops. So many different types of pinnacle drops you can go for. There is truly a crazy amount of options right now in Destiny 2. And sadly, this might be the last season where we have this much content in Destiny 2 because of the changes for next season. But I think it's all going to be for the better in the end. But again, if you were ever thinking about coming back to Destiny or playing Destiny to begin with, this would be a season. Just play right now. Download everything. Everything's cheaper-ish. Everything's been on sale. Sorry about that. This game, everything, yeah, the DLC has been on sale a bunch, but right now is the time to do it. Whether you're on PC, console, right now is the best time to try to catch up before the next season, because even if you try to do everything these last couple weeks, I don't think you'll have time to truly get everything done. But you're not gonna run out of options. You're never gonna be like, oh, I'm done. Nope, there's gonna be so much for you to do, so much. So that's what I love about Destiny and the state of it today, right now, for season 11. And this season has been great. Yeah, season arrivals, amazing, truly fantastic. Definitely been getting better with each season. Like pretty much the Destiny way has been every season gets a little better, you know. But I think that's pretty much about basically the current state of Destiny. And we'll talk about the future of Destiny now. So we're gonna go a little bit in the future, what's been announced, and kind of how that all correlates to how Destiny is going to change in the future. So, from everything that has been announced this year, roughly around July, there's been big announcements for Destiny 2. I think the biggest announcement was, well, learning about the next DLC, obviously, called Beyond Light, where we travel to a whole new planet. So we got a new whole planet, kind of keeping on to the tradition of Bungie and releasing basically a new planet each year, essentially. It's kind of how it's going on right now, with how Shadowkeep released the moon at the start of year 3, and now we get a whole new planet, Europa. I don't know how to say it right now, but it's a brand new experience basically coming to get Destiny with this DLC. There was been a slight delay in the launch because of the world right now in the state, but I think a month delay is worth it, and I'm quite excited for the next DLC for Beyond Light. I think it'll be a good time. But yeah, this I guess if you don't care about spoiler wise for stories, this whole next season is going to basically be revolving around the darkness. So we're finally getting our core Destiny, basically a core Destiny story back together. We're finally making the full circle. We're finally proceeding with the true story of Destiny, where the darkness, right? The darkness has always been talked about ever since D1, early D1 days, and it's always been there, and they have always been lurking, I guess, but it's always been kind of like the main point plot of Destiny. So we're finally, even with the season, we've had some tie-ins with the darkness, with the pyramid ships, and next season's gonna be even greater story, and having like new subclasses essentially with the darkness. So that's gonna be great. I'm excited, and I can't wait to play it. So yeah, that'll be November 10th, 2020, and that'll be pretty good. I can't wait for it. You can look up. I would suggest looking up separate videos and everything that's been talking about the new DLC, so you can get a more idea for that. But not only did they announce next season's big DLC, they've also announced Destiny Future. They've basically committed and basically said that they're sticking with Destiny 2. There's going to be no Destiny 3 in the near future, at least for a few years. But Destiny 3 might not even come up. It's at a point in the state of the whole Destiny universe that I think we'll never actually get a Destiny 3. Because after Beyond Light in 2021 for year 5, we're getting another DLC. They quickly showed an art piece for that. Basically, we're getting the Witch Queen. It's gonna be year 8, and they even announced a year 9 Lightfall. And Luke was basically kind of talking about everything leading up to this final DLC for Lightfall, that potentially that could be the end. Which it does kind of resonate from all the way back in D1, where Luke Smith and Bungie talked basically that the Destiny whole universe itself was only going to be about 10 years. Was kind of what they were aiming for. I don't know if they're going to continue, or if they still follow that philosophy from way back in D1. But again, with Lightfall, that will be year 9, so potentially that could be it. That could be it. That could be Destiny. It could be over at that point, and who knows what will happen then. Maybe they'll just keep the servers up and it'll be like, hey, just play Destiny 2 now. But who knows? That's for future talks, future time. That's years down the road for now. And it's just it's a nice little thought to keep at the back of your head, you know. Because again, the future Destiny 2 is gonna be interesting way down the road. We'll see how it goes. But besides that, with the new DLC Beyond Light, we're also going to there's a couple big changes coming, mostly with the terms of sunsetting. So if you really want to look up all the big changes, I would suggest go looking that up on your own. But one of the big changes they're doing to Destiny in general is sunsetting. Now, for sunsetting, what basically sunsetting is Destiny's way to force us to try new items, a way to put the old weapons to rest and to try new things. I guess is the best way you could put it, or yeah. So, weapons and armor now have a set limit to what they can be powered up to, accordance to which season they were acquired in, and basically the little symbol next to the item. A lot of people are upset about this because people obviously want to keep using the weapons that they hard grinded for back in the day of Mountaintop or Recluse, whatever it might be. Which I understand, I get it. I'm gonna miss these weapons. I'm truly gonna be missing these weapons, but mostly for it because I think it'll be nice to finally have new change for weapons, you know, to finally break free of these weapons that we've been using for just years and years and years that have been so good after all this time, to actually finally, you know, find new DPS ways, find structure, finding new top DPS weapons, and I think it'll be good. And I think Bungie knows that, so I think they're gonna start releasing better weapons in the future as well. So, and they have been slowly rolling out actual new top DPS weapons, which is great, fantastic. And again, with the Soul Sunsetting, it doesn't 100% mean that, from what I believe, that you can just throw your weapons away. Like, you can probably still use them for basic, maybe just like doing normal strikes or doing patrols, kind of like the lesser of the end-game stuff. But end-game wise, you're definitely gonna have to be switching out weapons and armor to your two new weapons and armor. But I'll take a quick showdown through. Oh, I still got some stuff on me. Some of the stuff that I have, and kind of explain this way. So, as you can see with my Wither Horde, for example, which I absolutely love this gun from this season, by the way. With that symbol, the season arrival symbol, in the corner left, and if you hover over the power, it will say, oh, this one, oh, that's right. Exotics will always never be sunset, so that's one bonus. They will never be, you never have to worry about sunsetting exotics. They'll always be around, they'll always be of current season, so don't worry about that. But legendaries, as you can see, currently for the season, current power is 1060 and season power cap is 1060, so it's maxed. But the new power limit on it is 1360 currently. I don't know what the new power limit is going to be for Beyond Light, but it's safe to say that this weapon might cap out within the next couple seasons. And which, again, it sucks because we all try to obviously get our god rolls, and they do take time sometimes to get these god rolls, but I think it'll be better for us to constantly be trying to choose new weapons instead of using the same old, like my bygones here from way back in the day, you know. So overall, it'll be good in the end, and I think it'll be a nice, refreshing change. Nice refreshing change to Destiny. So, but as you can see, if I were to hover over my spare rations, it is 1060 locked across the board. So 1060 is the highest that spare rations can go, and everything else weapon-wise that it does not have the little season of arrival emblem on it. So it's going to be sad to say goodbye to some of these weapons, but I'm excited to try out new weapons for the new season. Same thing with armor. Again, some will be capped, so there's going to be no real reason to be holding on to old armor anymore. It's going to be a good way to kind of refresh our vaults, clear them out, and be ready for the new season. So, whether you're for this or against this, I think it'll be better for Destiny in the end. Truly, to kind of have a nice refresh start for either each season or every other season kind of thing. But yeah, so that's pretty much the big change for Destiny right now. I do have to go through my vault, delete a bunch of stuff, but yeah, I'll probably be keeping some favorites. Obviously, my favorite weapons I've used, basically all the ones in my inventory. Probably nothing I'd be keeping, but yeah, I think it's like obviously like my Imperial Decree, Breachlight, all these weapons I absolutely loved using this season. I'll basically keep on to them just for now, just in case, just to see how much of a power drop I'll be if I use them. But other than that, I think moving on to let's see. I guess we'll kind of talk about some of the changes that's basically has happened over the past year or so. Alright, so yeah, we'll kind of talk about some of the changes that have happened over the year. Again, just kind of briefly. But with, because a lot has happened in Shadowkeep. A lot of changes, like your Armor 2.0 came out, which was a great addition to Destiny, allowing us to kind of have a more in-depth build with our stats and have the mods that we want to have on the armor, which has been great. They're even going to be changing some of that in Beyond Light, but the whole armor mod change was, I think, pretty fantastic, honestly, in my opinion. It was great, great change. Absolutely love it. Instead of having to, look for certain rolls on certain armor, you could now basically use the armor that you wanted to and just worry about the stats itself, the stat rolls on them. So it's super customizable on a build that you actually want to build towards, whether it be a mobility build, recovery build, mobility build, I said that already, intellect build, a discipline build, a melee build, There's a lot of different options now, which is great. Because you can truly dive deep into a tree if you really want to go that way, or build around a certain skill. So that was pretty exciting. With the artifact itself, also a great addition to Destiny. The fact that you could basically gain, having new mods in general, with the champions that they introduced, having anti-barrier champions, overload, unstoppable, and building around those for higher end activities, I think it's been a pretty good addition to the game and challenge. So that was a pretty good choice by Bungie to add those, and I think it fit pretty well into Destiny. And having the artifact itself, awesome. You could reset it, choose what you want to choose. Impressive Darkness, beauty. But yeah, and of course each season these would change out, so you could have different. You could build slightly a little different each season if you wanted to. But yeah, it's been great. I love the artifact. I love the fact that you can actually go beyond your base light level now. So currently, I'm 1060 base, but plus 25 with my artifact, essentially. They coincide that change with seasons. So they added season passes over the past year, which was something that was not in Season of Opulence way back in the day. And season pass has been great. It's fantastic. Definitely worth buying 100%, especially with the bonuses, and it's fairly cheap. It's about standard price for season pass these days, since everything has getting season passes these days. But the second one's definitely worth it, especially if you're playing at all, any actively. It's quite helpful. But yeah, so with that, they allowed, of course, basically an infinite level up system within the game, so you can go further beyond. So currently in this season I am ranked 339, which is a pretty decent size, a pretty decent level. This is actually my highest level of every season. My highest was, I think, the first season of Undying, which was 330, so I've just barely beat my best this season. But again, depending on how much you play, how much you care about it, I just like the fact that there is something to kind of keep going once you've maxed out. So I do like that whole change. I like that fact, and it can help you with like some of the other stuff that you might be low risk for having too low of light, maybe not having the right weapons, that the artifact could help you bring you back up, essentially. So I like that whole change, and I enjoy it quite a bit. But yeah, there's been a lot of changes within Destiny in the past. Since me and JP have talked, we've had, I'm kind of briefly going to go over the past few seasons, not too much in depth, but with each season that came out, and with Shadowkeep, they basically tried to do a whole new, you had to be there kind of feel, where you could only get exclusive weapons and armors through those seasons, and only could get through those seasons. And then once the season was over, that was it. You could no longer get those weapons and armor from those seasons, which I kind of like the fact. I kind of like the fact that for the people that would grind out those seasons, that they kind of could come out of it with something that somebody who just started wouldn't be able to just go back and get. Sort of like how Destiny's always been. I'm all for people trying to, get all the weapons that you should be getting, or making sure everybody's on kind of like, equal level. But it was nice to kind of have a bit of that exclusivity of saying like, okay, I grinded like doing these Vex gates for forever trying to get this god roll, and now I can like flaunt some of these weapons and some other, like, not really shove them in the face. I mean, maybe a little bit, but to be like, hey, I got this weapon, this cool roll that you can no longer get, like, a lot of them, although I do admittedly say a lot of those weapons were not great, but I think the one I used the most is well, even for this season, they even brought back a chance to get some of the more popular weapons from past seasons. So they really started to be like, okay, we're sorry, we didn't want to actually do that. People are upset, so we're not gonna do the exclusive weapons anymore for those seasons. Which I was like, fine. But like my trophy hunter from Season of the Dawn, and just having like the breach light or the Patreon lost causes from the also from Season of Dawn. Season of Dawn came with some good weapons. Yeah, so I'll quickly talk over about those. And then, oh yeah, I guess, so Shadow Key came out, again, last year, 2019, October, and came with the Moon and the Raid. Ooh, the Raid. Garden of Salvation. Me and JP were ultra hyped for the new Raid, and it was truly, I absolutely love Garden. Garden of Salvation is, if I put it into my old list, I would slip into 4th place. Putting it over Crown, I enjoyed it much more than Crown, for sure, 100%. Top 4 Raid for me, so that's great news for the Raid. Currently, I've done about 60 clears for Garden of Salvation, and done about 37 Sherpas, so I've helped a lot of people through the Raid, and I've done the Raid a bunch, so I enjoyed it quite a bit, obviously. And it was a great experience, I think. We had a lot of our same crew for the Raid. I think it was day 1 attempt, or within day 2 attempt. It was me, Rogue, Sweaty, Nom, JP, and Igstaff Killfiend. We didn't beat it, but we hard attempted it. Our first clear was October 13th, 2019, with Rogue, me, Crispy, Eternal, Nom, and Sweaty. We finally got the completion. Gave away some raid jackets and stuff. I did order mine, which looks amazing, by the way. I'll show it on screen. And then our first full clear from start to finish was on the 15th. Me, JP, Coxie, Crispy, Rogue, and Red Grundle. But yeah, so it was a great experience, great run, fun to play. Always enjoy doing the raids within the first week. Getting the raid jackets, it's a fun challenge, because obviously later on it's always like, almost mindless to go through the raids and get stuff done, but I quite enjoyed the raid and the mechanics quite a bit, so might go into more depth of that later on, another video one day, but yeah, it was a good time, good times, and I can't wait for the new raid coming out and Beyond Light. There has been no other raids yet this year besides this, but yeah. And again, to kind of briefly talk about, so came with Shadowkeep, came the Season of Dying. So that was kind of like the first season where they kind of talked about the Gate Lord, the Vex Gate Lord, and that kind of came with that story. Weapons and armor from that, it was alright. Then came Season of Dawn, which came, we'll talk about Saint 14, Osiris. Love that DLC. Great weapons that came out of it. Sundial was fun. Good season. And then came Season Worthy, which was, it was alright season. Kind of talked about the Cabal again some more. The Almighty, but it was kind of like a little more teaser with the having Rasputin and stuff, which was great to see Rasputin. And decent weapons that also came out of that. So that was a pretty good season as well, I would say. And then it came this season right now, Season the Arrival. Bam, we go deep into the darkness, talking the darkness of Destiny. And currently, as you can see, there's pyramid shits like Mercury, Io, Mars, and Titan. And along with the sun setting, we are actually going to be losing these planets. There's going to be no more Titan, no more Mars, no more Io, no more Mercury, and everything related to those will be gone, sadly. And they're also going to be sunsetting some of the old raids, which sucks. It truly sucks. It really does. But I could see where, again, Bungie wants us to kind of move on from these old raids, and it's just too much in the game, so Bungie wants to try to free up space for the new stuff, the new seasons. It's understandable, but it's gonna suck that we can no longer use Dude Leviathan Raid or Eater Worlds or Spire or Crown. No more Crown and no more Scourge. So oldest weapons and armor will be no longer attainable. Of course, again, good reason to play now to get those weapons, get those armor, in case they come out with the transmog system as well. So maybe you can still at least look the part from those raids from way back, or keep the weapons in your vault for reminiscing. But yeah, I'm trying my best. I'm gonna try to grind out a lot of those raids these last few weeks as much as I can. Just try to get some maybe good last rolls on those weapons and armor before it's all gone forever. But as much as that sucks, as much as I'm gonna miss doing those raids because I love raiding, I love doing old raids. Again, I think it'll be better in the end to, I guess, free up Destiny for the future and future content, because we are going to be getting Vault of Glass back, actually. That has been announced to come out in 2021. Luke Smith's confirmed, and we're going to come back to the Cosmodrome, old Russia, and be able to relive some of the old Destiny 1 moments. So I think it'll be nice to maybe eventually at one point have all the Destiny 1 raids in Destiny 2, which was something I was kind of hoping for. Might happen at one point. And looks like that's finally happening with Vault of Glass. So that's kind of like our first little bring back for those who never got a chance to play D1, or the people that did play D1 to re-enjoy those memories of Vault of Glass, the old Vault of Glass days. But yeah, I think that's pretty much about it. There's a lot. There's a lot that's happened in Destiny. A lot that's been announced, and I enjoyed this year. I enjoyed this season. I enjoyed everybody I played with. Enjoyed the memories, and I look forward to the future of Destiny. I might make some more in-depth videos in the future, but yeah, otherwise I think I'm just gonna move on to the next section of this video, because yeah, I think it's, again, Destiny is truly in a great spot right now. Oh yeah, I guess I could talk about seals quickly. Some new seals that they added in the game since me and JP have played. So Shadow was the last one with me and JP. I finished that. There's Moments of Triumph, 2019, got that. Harbinger, got that. Again, a lot of these seals you can no longer get. I just recently got Enlightened from the Garden of Salvation raid. The Undying title from Season of Dying. Savior, Season of Dawn. Almighty from the Season of Worthy. The Grand Masters. Fondue. Forerunners. and Moments of Triumph 2020. The only ones I haven't done is this season's Concrete or Going Flawless, which is Trials of Osiris that I returned from last season. It's just been ultra sweaty, so I've pretty much just been avoiding Trials for the first time in my life, I guess. Well, besides maybe D1, but it's just yeah, Trials of Osiris has just been way too sweaty for me, and the PvP meta has changed too much that I can't really compete with snipers all too well, so I have not been doing that great this season for Trials wise, so I've pretty much just been avoiding Trials as much as I can. I've been flawless once, but that's about it. And yeah, I think all the changes in the game have been great right now. They're gonna be changing some more stuff too. The finishes have been great, fun little things, and the perks behind those. They changed emblems now, so emblems can track whatever they want now, which I think is a good change overall. But because at first I was like, iffy, but the fact that I could kind of showcase whatever I want on some of these emblems, depending on where you got the emblem, of course, is great too. Like showing this showed me the Shadow Throne flawless completions, stuff like that. So, but yeah, so I think that's pretty much the state of Destiny, everything that's happening. There's truly too much to go over in detail, so that might be another video, but yeah, as I can say right now, it's good. It's a good game, and it's only getting better, and I can't wait for it to be online. So thanks for, well, move on to the next section. Alright, so now that we pretty much talked about the game, and mostly everything that's kind of been rotated about the game, we're going to go into the bit of the controversial part of this talk. One that I didn't really want to make, but one that I feel like I kind of have to. Not really have to, but it's tough to explain. It really is. But there's a few points that we'll make out in general with this part of the video. So if you're just skipping to this part, welcome to the somewhat juicy bit, I guess. But yeah, so basically this is going to talk about the people who've been playing Destiny. The people I've been playing Destiny with for all this time. Or like the people that I open up my roster right now and see that 3/4 of the clan roster's on, playing together, actively playing. And yeah, been enjoying this time of Destiny with so much. But yeah. So yeah, so there's been a lot. There's been, as much as there has been happening in game with Destiny, there has been happening outside of Destiny, or at least the people that we play with. Currently, in this day and age, there's I don't know exactly how to describe it, but I've been playing a little bit on PC as well. So I've been, over the past like month or two, I've been kind of going a little bit back and forth currently with PC and PS4. Mostly playing on PS4 still because that's where everybody I know plays. There's a couple of friends I got on PC into the game and been helping them level up and gotten them through a few raids. Hopefully I could still try to get them through some of the raids before next season starts. And they'll go away. So that's my plan, but yeah, PC is such a different experience. Such a different experience of the game. The 60 FPS is definitely quite a change in terms of how the gameplay feels, but it feels pretty good, so I'm excited for when PS5 comes out and 60 FPS comes out with that. So, yeah. But otherwise, the talk about PC has also been a thing of where we've had a lot of split within the clan and with the people I play with. Because currently, of this recording, there is no crossplay between Destiny, between different platforms. So, between PS4, Xbox, and PC, there is zero crossplay. They have announced that there will be crossplay between the family of systems, so PS4, PS5 players can play with each other, and Xbox on their side. But that's it. That will happen also not exactly at launch either. So I will be having to play Destiny on the PS5, I think, for the first month-ish. On the PS4 still, because I know some people are not buying a PS5. Not everybody's buying a PS5 right away, so for this first like month or so, I will be probably still be playing Destiny on the PS4 before the PS5 updates to the game kind of happen. So at least I think I can't play with PS. I don't know. We'll see. But in any case, yeah. So no crossplay really sucks. Because of that, over the past year or so, or even longer, a lot of the people that we used to play with and used to play with a lot have moved on to PC and exclusively PC, which is fine. Fine, guys. But yeah, understandable because obviously PC feels better in general. I think it's a bit of a change from the 30 to 60, but I think obviously PC being what PC is, a lot of people have turned to PC and not looked back to PS4. Some of the people I used to play with, I've talked to that play on PC, that I used to play with on PS4, said that they are never come back to console ever again. Maybe for the PS5, maybe, might be a chance, but most likely not. So a lot of my time spent playing with these players have gone away entirely. I'm trying to bring it a little back as I've been trying to, go back and forth between PC and PS4, but for the most part, they're no longer there. For the most part, for the average daily day gameplay. So that truly sucked. Again, there's a decent amount of people that have done that and are continuing to do that and transitioning. There's still a good chunk of people that are still only PS4, which is good. That's why I'm still playing on PS4, and they have no real means to play a PC version, or at least not in the near future. So again, all of this will be obsolete once crossplay is actually enabled and delivered, hopefully within a timely manner, into year 3, or year 4 I should say, into the next season. I don't truly know. They haven't truly said a time yet, other than I think it's going to be 2021 that true crossplay is going to happen. So maybe not until next season after Beyond Light started, but there's hope, and I hope that hope actually is fulfilled sooner than later, and that barrier will no longer be an issue, and I'll be able to allow people to play with other people I want to play with, and no longer have that issue of PC versus PS4 currently. But for now, this is all I have. So yeah, because of that, a lot of our good players I miss playing with, moved to PC, and I can no longer play with. And as of currently of this recording, mid-October, I'm going to go all the way back to Garden of Salvation Raid. Our first original try group, like first group that I went into Garden with Rogue, Sweaty, Nom, JP, myself, and Matt on the PS4. Currently, only one person plays besides me on the PS4. One other person, which is Rogue. Me and Rogue are the only people left of the OG attempt team. Of the clear team, there's only one extra person. We got internal. He's still kind of around. And our first ever fresh, a little more, but I think there was 1, 2, 3, 4 of us. But yeah, out of like that OG attempts first week, just me and Rogue are left. Which it sucks because again, there's some big names that first attempt that no longer play. I'll probably use some names throughout this video. Maybe not so much more the controversial parts later on, because those people know who those people are. But so yeah, currently Rogue's still PS4 and only PS4. Sweaty has completely quit the game. I think he quit roughly within the first month of Garden, after the first few weeks or month or so of Garden and that season, because he has not officially played in 6 months, so over half a year now. Nom kind of disappeared. He's still around, but I have not personally talked to Nom in a very long time. And I think he moved on to PC. I see him play like World of Warcraft and stuff on PC in my Discord. So he's around, but he no longer hops on his PS4 ever, that I've noticed or seen. He hasn't joined our parties in a very long time. Also has not played in roughly about a season and a half-ish worth. I think it was the last time Nom has played. Yeah, 3 months. So he hasn't. He's touched the beginning of the season slightly. He has gone some season rank this season, but that's about it. JP. I'll come to last. Igstaff, my friend. He mostly plays PC now, so I think he still has PS4 and can hop on if I were to ask him nicely, just in case if I need him for a raid or something. But currently he is mainly PC. I no longer see him on PS4, so I still have options to play with him, but again, there's that barrier. Oh, and JP. Actually, I need to quickly check something. Because essentially it's with our crew. Our crew kind of that whole crew together from Even Garden, our Crown of Sorrow. We've been able to play together even up to the end. Although those players were also part of the Crown first attempts week, like first route Crown completion was JP, me, Nom, Igstaff, Luigi, Sweaty, literally like the same crew between both. That started that raid and the start of Garden. So it truly does suck that these players don't play anymore, that they're not around anymore, and I truly miss playing with them. We've had a lot of good times between them. Our crew, we were a strong crew, a very strong crew, and we're able to pretty much overtake any kind of obstacle that Destiny kind of threw our way. But of course, like all things in life, people get bored, life comes up, whatever, people have to quit. Either maybe they have to quit, maybe they have to focus on their job, and maybe there's a new life in their life, you know, babies, families. All understandable, of course. Not faulting anybody for any reason to why they quit, whether it be for, you know, personal reason, health reason, you know, bored reason, whatever it may be. Moving on. That's fine. It's the way Destiny has been. Destiny has been for me, for everybody. Really, this whole timeline over the course of these past 6 years of Destiny, between Destiny 1 and Destiny 2, there's been a lot of people that have joined and quit and stopped playing, and again, sucks. Truly miss playing with a lot of these players, especially from like D1 and stuff, and you know, D2 even. A lot of players that have not played in years even, which I'll go over later, but yeah, yeah, so yeah, JP is officially from basically since about halfway through the last season, from season 10, I guess. JP has quit Destiny, which truly I didn't expect. Me and JP always talked, and even in our past video from a year ago, it was always like, I thought I was going to see the end of days times Destiny with JP. You know, one of those players that truly had a strong spirit in game and out of game, and I just the way we'd always talk about Destiny, and knowing like the people that you would talk to, you could sense like, oh yeah, these people they're here for the long run. Sort of like me and Luigi. There's people that they're here, they're dedicated, they're willing to do anything, even after all these years, grinding, whatever it may be. They're always here still. So, and I mean, again, it's rare. I don't expect everybody to play every day, all day, every season. But the more active is always the better, obviously, especially in the clan. So I've always, obviously, tried my best to keep the clan alive. But that saying, gonna miss you, JP. Hope you come back one day, maybe, hopefully. We'll see, right? But that was always my goal with PlatinumShine, was to try to keep an active player base that people could message and help get shit done with each other. And I truly never wanted inactives, although obviously they're always going to happen no matter what. And I've been lucky enough that I say most of our prime times throughout Destiny, the people have been very active within those times. I'll do a quick side note, but again, currently, right now, you can see there have been even some familiar names that have come back after all these times. A lot of new names, a lot of new players, especially even comparing who was online from last season. I mean, not last season, but the last video to now. Whole swig of new players. Old players that have finally come back to play again and start grinding out this season, which I'm super happy for. But yeah, so this was always my plan, that I hoped that people would stick around, and again, for the most part, have, where we've done, you know, raids after raids, weeks after weeks, years after years, helping each other out, helping out new players, helping out new recruits, trying to give the most fulfilling Destiny experience we could to ourselves and to each other without having to deal with LFG. So obviously, the option for LFG is always there. It's always been there. So it's been a resource. Maybe not the most great resource sometimes, but it's always been there. But it was always something special, more to have the same people, be able to play with them, grow those relationships, those friendships, those good times, and it'd be knowing that every time you are going to play with that person, or those group of people, that not only are you going to enjoy the game, you're going to enjoy the company. You're going to enjoy time spent, and you enjoy it so much that you want to come back and continue those good times with these people, even though if it is only just Destiny. We're all here to, play just Destiny, even outside of just Destiny, playing other games together, forming these friendships, whatever, and expanding them to outside of Destiny, which is always like, a plus bonus, huge bonus. That's happened to me, obviously. A lot of these people I have built good relationships with, friendships. I've cherished them all. Talking to the people outside of Destiny, even if the ones that have quit playing Destiny, still keep contact with, play with, talk to, join their parties, etc., etc. So I enjoy it all the time. And so obviously I've always been trying to, we've had a lot of randoms and stuff in the clan, so I try not my best to, again, trying to keep my best to keep the clan alive as much as possible. It's really hard too when the cap is only 100 people, which really sucks. I really wish that was expanded Destiny, but it is what it is. I really hope in the future, maybe it's like 150, 200, I don't know. But yeah, so that was always my goal, to try to keep PlatinumShine as active as we could, to try to gather all our friends together, play together, especially with the dropout that happens. Because a lot of people, for everyone that has played this game in the clans, has drastically changed to the point where like a lot of these clans that were the people I was meeting and playing with, they were part of these clans that was only them and maybe one or two other people active. The rest of them had quit, or so I was taking basically the opportunity to combine everybody. That was my goal, mission, to try to keep everybody playing together and under the same roof. That's kind of what I wanted. Because it kind of sucks, obviously, if everyone's playing under a different clan name or not on a friends list. So I wanted to try to keep everybody, close, family-like, as much as we could, as best as we could. That was my goal. So that's when that's why I've taken the opportunity and to do a bunch of merges. There's been, I don't even know now these days. I don't know now, but like at least 6, I would say, different clans that have merged into mine. That I've tried to keep the people alive and active with having more active players to play with. Because a lot of these people were no longer, have people to play with anymore. Besides just friends, and I just didn't want to have friends list of a bunch of people that were all different clans. We wanted to make sure we got the clan rewards, complete clan activities together, complete clan triumphs, brownies, all that stuff. Try to get closer, try to build that uniformity, the active player base of people you can play with. So that was kind of using my clan as kind of like a base. So I wanted to, unite everybody, have it together, because that's what I've kind of set my goal to do. What I have been doing pretty much the whole entirety of Destiny was to be like, hey, I enjoy playing with you guys. I know you only have, 3 active people in your clan. Just come on over, Bring your 3 active and anyone else that might potentially want to come over, just, bring them over. Like, I'll make the room. Come on in, we're having a good time together. Let's continue to build that good time and grab other people, unify together, essentially. So that's like my overall goal, the clan, PlatinumShine. And there's been some pretty huge merges, I would say, over this past year, 2 years. Notably, JP with the C Squad was probably the hugest merge that we've done history. It was I know it was a tough merge and a tough call by JP. I was super happy and glad that they decided to do that. Because again, C Squad has a very special part in my heart, where they've helped me through a lot of the raids for the first time ever. Like helping me through Prestige, Aspire, and Spire to begin with, and a lot of the other Prestige raids for the first time. And I enjoyed playing with those guys so much. And I know they wanted me to join them way back in the day. And I wanted to join them, but obviously I couldn't just leave PlatinumShine behind. Like it was too much of something that I've tried obviously building upon. So I was like, I'm sorry guys, can't join C Squad. I'd love to, but call me anytime, any place, anywhere. I'll be there for you to play with, whatever you need help with. I'm there. So as obviously time went by, players quit. A lot of C Squad members had left playing. And of course, then I gave my pitch to JP. I said, hey, there's not many of you left. I know you want to keep doing raids. Join me, JP. Join me. And I was like, you can bring whoever you want. Everybody. I can make whoever you want admin. Whatever. It's like, let's unite and have a strong, dedicated group of raiders, players, call upon each other without having the effort of you guys trying to find new C Squad members or whatever. We have a good base here, come join us. So there was tons of talks, tons of communication, stuff, thoughts, pondering, and in the end, he said alright, and we had C Squad, which was amazing. That was when I truly found out that I had all the C Squad boys coming over. Most of them had quit at the time. I was like, maybe this is a new light. Maybe this is going to be like, the players are going to come back, and we're just going to be doing crazy raids all the time, like everything's going to go smoothly, and it's going to be truly amazing. My vision for this was amazing, and I was like, I'm excited. I'm excited to have the C Squad boys, plus my guys. It's truly could be a crossover events of the millennium, but sadly, it did not go all sunshine and rainbows as I would have hoped. Now there was certain players interactions that I had not known about when these talks were in place. There was a secret dark side to C Squad that I had no idea even happened until basically mid-merge. And I was like, oh. It was a pretty big thing where, I'm not going to name names, but there was players that had not liked playing with another player in their clan, and some of them even quit because of this person and didn't want to come back because of this person. So then JP thought this might be a good way to kind of start fresh. But knowing that this person was already going to be in the new clan as well was like, it truly was like a saddening moment where I was like, and stuck in a position that I didn't really want to be in, but I really wanted to try to make work happen as much as I could. However, things were they were definitely handled not so great by me in the end. And somebody who I enjoyed playing with before and stuff, and this whole divide of that kind of clan was split it awkwardly and weirdly for a while. and it was something that I just didn't expect, I didn't know how to plan for, and I didn't know how to really deal with. Got a little better now, maybe slightly, but it was just kind of like an unfortunate moment where it was like, oh, well, fuck, kind of thing. So, unfortunately, the whole merge didn't smoothly come across as I would have hoped, and things were said, things happened, friendships ended, and all I can really say is, I guess that's that. Um, Obviously, cherish the moments that you've had with those people, for the good moments. But if things end up the way they do with certain people, it is what it is, and try to deal with it as you can, appropriately as you can. Communication is key, 100% in any situation, obviously, but it just something I was hoping that was basically rainbows and unicorns and lovely, just didn't come out quite that well. It was a little blindsided, but I worked with it as best I could. But in the end, it did not result nicely. But again, I still enjoyed having the C Squad boys I did have come over, enjoy their time with everybody and make new friends. And playing with like Sweaty, JP, and like Rex, for example. Great people to play with. Always love playing with them. But again, like Sweaty and all of them, Rex all kind of quit eventually. So I was kind of like, that's fine. That's whatever. But yeah, so that was kind of like the burst, I guess, big thing that kind of. Obviously, I don't want to go too much detail over these situations, but it was just an unfortunate plate to deal with that was what it was. So, the next one I'm going to talk about is with our next biggest merge was Coxie's clan, I guess. This Functional Misfits, I think they were called, was their old clan. They had changed it a couple times, but there used to be a huge clan before. This was with like Internal, Kitten, um, Coxie, and a whole bunch of other people that like Crispy that I had ended up playing with a bunch, or End of Crown that we were kind of playing together with. I met, played quite a bit, and she was pretty anti wanting to merge at first, but it was a good, decent group of players that were always on, always active, always playing, and could always be around for a raid, which was great, obviously, to have people like that. Um, and it was, so yeah, it was always great to play with them. Always had them around. And eventually we had Luigi. Um, Basically had to the point where it was basically I can't remember the timelines exactly, but this season, I think it was a season, maybe last season. Or no, maybe I think it was beginning of Shadowkeep, sometime in Shadowkeep. Basically, it was like, hey, do you want to merge? And eventually, it did come through tradition, and yeah, have remerged with Cox's clan. There was again under the table kind of table drama stuff, as there were certain players between clan members of that clan that were also high strung and not so great that I didn't know about. Again, until merge stuff actually started happening. There were certain players, a few of them, that were part of the clan um, that there was some beef and they wanted to separate early, and then they joined up with us early, and that was kind of like the first kind of stepping stone, because it was like, again, it was kind of a weird rocky relationship between these people, and it was something that we tried to again try to soften, try to do what best we could with the situation that was given at the time, to try to make everybody kind of uniform and happy together. Obviously, not so great that happened with things that they did. Again, trying to be as vague as I can, but in the end, we gained quite a few members, quite new members, and our most active members that PlatinumShine has ever had, ever. Users that played more than me, which I didn't think it was possible at the time, especially when I was pulling in like super high ranks from Undying stuff. But a lot of the people that came over started getting higher, like getting like way higher ranks than me. Even now, currently, I'm a lot of the people that are much higher from me in terms of season ranks are all from Coxie's clan and from her merge. So it was good to actually get a dedicated group amount of players that could always play. And it was great. Because then again, always had people to rely on, always people to be on, and could get stuff done if need be, which is exactly what I truly wanted in the end. For Platinum, always wanted, is to have these dedicated players that were ready to play at any moment, anytime. And yeah, so it's been great. Some hiccups here and there. Obviously, you can't escape the drama ever fully. There's always going to be something involving somebody else or something between other people. And I try my best to diffuse what I can of the situation, because I truly don't like just kicking people of the clan. I rather try to make the kiss and make up as much as I can, push that as much as I can, and that involves somebody leaving on their own terms in the end, then I feel like I've tried my best to try to make it work. Because again, I just don't want to ever just kick people in the clan. That's not something I like doing. Sometimes I have to for like inactives, but I truly don't like going to that resort. To the, hey, you're kicked, and, you know, like, not think about it. So I'm always, so usually, even when I have to kick people for inactive to make room for new people, even now it's hard for me to truly want to kick some of these people, because these people are like family, you know, kind of thing for me. Like, I don't want them to leave. I don't really want anybody to leave. I just want people to be here, be around. I like, if they take a bit of a break from the game, I always want them to come back and feel welcomed again, and I'll start playing with them again. All that. That's always been kind of like my philosophy with the clan. Everyone I played with. There's very, 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 very few people I've just wanted to like kick out or want to on my own accord, or for even weird reasons, but which has happened, but very, very rarely. But that kind of leads to like my final point, which is I might dedicate this last part of this video to some clan members I might have to kick for, because we have quite a few, over, I'd say a good at least half the clan, 30 to 40 people that have been inactive. Good 20 people that have not played since the season, since even maybe this year, even years even. And I don't, again, it's still tough for me to just kick them, even though these people have not played in years, but I have so many good memories, and I'm willing to play with them as soon as they came back, but they just not come back, and I don't think they will at this point. I've given them so much time, but obviously, if they are kicked, they're always welcome back immediately. I'll kick somebody else. But I think I'm going to dedicate this last part of this video to some of these people in my clan that I think I'm gonna have to let go, just because they haven't played in forever. And again, I need to try to keep PlatinumShine the most active, try to get new active players, keep growing, because even though these people are leaving, we do need to replace them with new people, new friends that we might make along the way to Beyond Light and beyond that, to try to, keep playing and have people to play with. But yeah, that's pretty much going to be it for me for this video. Again, last words is pretty much, it's the drama shit sucks. It always does suck. It always is terrible. I wish the drama never happened between certain people ever throughout the whole Destiny lifespan, but it is what it is. I wish people have never quit. I miss playing with people, and even though I know they'll most likely never come back, there's always going to be a spot open for people, especially you, JP. There'll always be a spot for you, JP. But yeah, as of current, is me, Grendel Prime is admin, Billy is as admin, Mayo is admin, CJ is admin, Tough, who recently came back, admin, Sweaty is still admin, Luigi admin, and Coxie admin, where over half of those people don't play anymore or quit. But I will be making some sort of little thing at the end of the video for the people that I'm kicking, and I'm still making my yearly montage videos. I'm still working on Destiny 1 Year 3 right now. It's going to be a long video, so it might not come out for a while still, but I'm trying my best to work on it. And that's pretty much my thoughts. Is I always want to have a place for people to play and enjoy the people they play with. And even though there might be, even now, a slight divide within the clan of people who don't like playing with other people, etc., hopefully things can resolve. If not, I don't want to take the lesser of the roots, but everything in the future, it is what it is. I love playing with everybody. Mostly everybody. 90% of people I love playing with. And here's to the future of Destiny, and I'm going to cherish all the memories I've had with people, and I'm going to cherish, hopefully, the future memories I have with new people, or the same people. But I've enjoyed everything that everyone's done with the clan and played, and yeah, it's been a wild ride, but we're still here, we're still kicking, and we're still trying to make our way through. Thanks for watching, and I'm back. Gotta get back to the grind as we prep for Beyond Light. Well, since we're basically trying to move into the whole new year with a kind of a brand new outlook with the clan, it is going to be sad to say, but after all this time, I'm going to have to kick some of the OG players of PlatinumShine, and I just couldn't just kick them. Some of these people this is some true PlatinumShine history right here. The lore behind PlatinumShine lies within these people right here. Right here is what's left. But we are taking up a fair amount of spots, and we do need more actives in the clan, so I tried reaching out to some of these people over the years, over the times, and some of them either just never replied, or they said no, they're not going to come back. So it's about time that we flesh out the old, bring in the new. But I thought I'd make a little tribute at least to some of these people before they're gone forever. Yeah, so this will be a quick little thing. But basically, yeah, so basically we're just gonna kind of go through the names as we're kicking them, where they came from and why they were in the clan for so long and why they weren't kicked after so long, but pretty much kind of fought against everybody against kicking these guys for such a long time. Some of these names you'll probably recognize in some of my older montage videos, and that'll be probably where you'll see them, and especially when I release more of them in the future, that's probably where these names will probably show up if they were pretty active in our main group. But yeah, so I guess, so at the bottom here we have two names, Rostrick and Sombral. They have actually not even played Destiny 2 at all. That's why there's like a thing here, no stats. Yeah, essentially Rostrick was one of my OG people from D1 that actually went flawless with. One of the couple that couple people that I went flawless with in D1 with. So I'll always remember Roz for that. But time to say goodbye. There is pictures of me and him chilling at the Flawless Lighthouse in D1. So they're out there. But yeah, sucks that they never came to Destiny 2. But same with yeah, so, and Rostrick was also part of this kind of 3-man group. That was also from Canada, a little bit more east from me, but they were a chill, pretty chill group. I just wish they played again. But moving on. So right now we have Sombral. So he was one of my OG. He was one of the first admins I was almost going to make in my clan back in their early D1 days. Early. Sombral was there to help people. He was going on his way to help people, teaching people how to do stuff. Like, he was one of the first like OG helpers, knew what he was doing. And like I was like legit about to make him admin, but then he quit. Like right after, next week or something. So I was like, well, so much for that. But yeah, he was gonna be one of the first ever admins in the clan. But he quit pretty much like before even the first DLC came out. He did come back briefly at one point, I think during King's Hall, but he quit again soon after, and he just pretty much just trophy hunts these days. But I kind of asked him to see if he was ever gonna play D2. No response. So if he ever wants to come back, he's always welcome back. Next is Cat Bacon. He's an early D2 player that we met. I think he was one of Mayo's friends, or Mayo's LFGs that Mayo had met. And yeah, he was a pretty chill guy, pretty cool. I think he was from Australia. He was living in the States or something, but pretty chill guy, pretty cool. I like the name as well. Well, wanted him to come back. Me and him actually kind of talked recently. He said he might come back, but in the meantime, it's gonna be a kick. Free West, another OG clan member, back from the D1 days, early D1 days. Ran through a lot of raids with Pre-West, factor in Baltic Glass and Crow's End. So, OG raider at heart, but hasn't really played D2 at all since basically launch. So, gonna miss you, Pre-West. Ultra Omega, again, another OG D1 member, did raids with, helped a lot, was around a lot, talked a lot in chats and stuff. Again, gonna miss Ultra Omega, but see you later. Keeping Omni for now. There's a few people I'm gonna keep on this list because they're like true OGs that might actually come back. Next is Ed. Ed was another D2 and D1 player, actually. Played some trials with him D1. There's a couple clips on my YouTube where Ed's name has shown up before, but pretty chill guy, like playing with him. but again, he has not played in over a year now. I think since 2018. So, again, if Arrow comes back, he's always welcome back. Vamp, also part of Rostrick's friends, group of friends. Good guy, awesome. Did a lot of raids with him back in D1, but never really played D2, sadly. Deftoned, also another OG D1 member. Back in the day, played a lot of Crota's End with him, from what I remember correctly. So again, OG player, but sadly has not played in over a year. So I'm gonna get the old kick. Trick I'll always remember Trick. He was one of the first people to help me. Him and his group of friends helped me through going flawless for the first time in Trials in 9 and D2 days. Well, still is D2, but back in the Trials in 9 days, he was there to help me out, and that was great. I always liked playing with him. He was pretty much just played PvP all the time, all day, every day. That's what Trigger did. Gonna miss him. If he wants to come back, he's always welcome back, of course. Vicky Savage, another one. I think he was a random that joined my clan. D2 talked to him for a little bit back during the Forge days. He didn't really stick around too much, but so I never truly got a chance to talk to him all too much. But again, if he ever wants back, he's back in. Local Glitch, another chill guy. He's not played in a long time. Basically, I think he was Cat Bacon's friend. But pretty chill guy. I love playing with him. What's back? He's always welcome back. And Nyquist, also who I believe was talked to and don't think he's ever going to come back to the game. Great player. Awesome. Played a lot of other games with him. Chill guy. Still trying to talk to him on the regular. Off here, off in there. Played Borderlands with him. Great guy. Great dude. Gonna miss playing with him. But besides that, yeah, it's Hero wants back, so wants back, but really chill dude. Played a lot of Division 2 with him, so a lot of good times, but I don't think he's come back. And for general names, I think that's pretty much it. Wait, who did I just kick? I don't know, but yeah, so. But that's pretty much gonna be the video. Thanks for watching. Keep an eye out for my future montage videos. Some of these names are gonna show up and show off playing with these guys and having good times with these guys, all that kind of stuff. But again, year 4 is gonna change for PlatinumShine. We're gonna try to get as many actives and try to get rid of the inactives, as we're going to try to keep the clan as strong as possible. And yeah, so yeah, thanks for watching, and hope you have a good day. And if anyone wants to come back and play, spot's always open. The spot's always open. Just ask. You're in.